Hey everyone, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Kyle and this is my kitchen. I probably said that wrong. I haven't done this in a while. So I'm so glad you guys are here to join me. I put it out to all of you what I should make, and I knew that was the wrong mistake because you chose both. And then I asked Shane and he was like, yeah, do both. So here we are. We're doing a homemade mac and cheese and pumpkin cheesecake loaf. Cream cheese loaf. Cheesecake loaf sounds good though. Homemade mac and cheese and a pumpkin cream cheese loaf. So all of this is from my cookbook, Kyle's Kitchen Cookbook. The pumpkin loaf is an exclusive recipe, so I'm not going to give the whole thing away. You're going to have to, it's one of 3 exclusive recipes in that book. So you're going to have to, for the exact directions, tune in for that. I do have one of them baking. They will be done in 2 minutes. So let's get the other one into the oven. All right, so I pre-mixed. I'm going to set this aside. I pre-mixed the mix, so it's just a nice little pumpkin bread recipe. And I'm making 2 small loaves so that I could show you a before and an after and not give away the recipe. But it's pretty much just a typical pumpkin sweet bread loaf recipe. What I do, one of the tricks, and I will share this, is I cook my the pumpkin puree just a little bit till it's warm, and that will get rid of like the canned taste. So if you like pumpkin bread but you're like not committed to making your own pumpkin puree, so then we just put that in there, and now we're going to do a couple dollops of softened cream cheese. And if it was softer, I would swirl it into the bread, but I'm just going to do a couple chunks and see. And I'm just leaving them on the top. I'll show you. One more little chunk. That is going to be amazing. So then just a little chunk of cream cheese in the oven it goes. And we will set a memory timer for this one. Oh, and that's perfect timing for our finished product to come out. All right, so here is our finished product. I am going to let it cool. So this is our cream cheese pumpkin loaf. It is so good. My house smells incredible. How are you guys doing tonight? I hope the comments are still on. Let me double check. There. Okay. Okay. Let's take a little break before we start this mac and cheese. Okay. We've got our pumpkin loaf cooling off. Another one in the fridge. Someone text me in 45 minutes and remind me to take that out because I'll probably forget. So let me know what's on your dinner plate tonight. What is in your glass? I'm having a little bit of wine before I start this. We're going to make a whole a roux, a bechamel sauce, and then a cheese sauce, and put it over macaroni. So this is a homemade mac and cheese. We just finished the pumpkin cream cheese loaf. I hope that was a little sneak peek. If it is an exclusive recipe, so you'll have to buy the cookbook to get that. I didn't want to ruin it for everybody who already bought it. So I'm just going to let this heat up a little bit. I'm using Parmesan, Munster, and sharp cheddar for my cheeses. Before we get to, let me grab milk. All right, I almost forgot milk. Perfect. Now we are ready. I need a stirring utensil. Got it. Okay. So, we are going to start with, I'm just looking at my cookbook. We're going to start by doing a roux. That is going to be the base of the bechamel sauce, which then will turn into a cheese sauce. So you're getting a whole lesson on sauce, and I hope I can do this. Shane is the homemade mac and cheese maker, so I'm not sure I'm good at this. All right, we need about a, how much butter? 3/4 a cup. So I'm reducing this a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to do, sorry. We just are going to start by melting this butter and getting that in there. I'm going to be flavoring it, oh, I forgot some, with some shallots and some garlic. Once that butter melts, oh my goodness. I forgot white pepper, so pardon me 1 second. There it is. And my squeaky lazy Susan. She is real lazy right now. Okay. Now I have everything that I forgot. Butter is melting, so we're going to add the I need a fork too. Add the shallots and the garlic. So we can get those soft and sauteing. This is going to be the base of our flavor, so we want to flavor this nicely. We'll probably add some more butter. How is everybody doing tonight? We are live, if you didn't know it. I hope you will stick around. I got my act together. So now we have everything we need. Let me close this drawer. And I'm already going to add some more butter. I set this up opposite the way I normally do, and my brain is like, ugh. Okay. So, all of my recipes are super easy. They're very tolerant to changes, additions, reductions. Make it how you like it. Use the cheese you like. I will say you want to use a melty cheese. So we've got cheddar, and so the kind of melty cheese I went with was the Munster. And then the cheese is kind of your flavor, so I added some Parmesan so we have a nice just cheese flavor, a variety of cheese flavor. We're going to season our roux with shallots, garlic, white pepper, and salt. And that will provide the roux a great, just natural flavor that will enhance all the cheese flavors. So it's all just a layer of amazing goodness. So, you know, this is kind of a Thanksgiving, theme that we've got going on tonight. And again, it's either too cold or not hot enough with this little warm, whatever, hot plate. So let me know what is on your plate, in your cup. What are you cooking for Thanksgiving? I do hope that you are planning a virtual or very small gathering with your kind of immediate family, people you've been exposed to. Numbers for the coronavirus are rising and kind of not doing great. I hope you're wearing a mask and socially distancing or physically distancing with a mask if you do encounter people or are out and about. And I hope you're planning a smaller Thanksgiving. I know we are. Unfortunately, we'll probably have to video my elderly grandma because, you know, we want to stay safe. I hope you stay safe. We're still cooking this. These onions now, see, it is like, all right. So let me know what's up with you, what's going on, what are you doing? Okay. Yeah, we're close enough. We're winging it. I don't know what's going on. We'll add some more if we need it. All right. Whew, it's about to get crazy. All right. So now we're just going to cook these until they are translucent, and just give that butter a nice flavor before we add our flour and begin creating a bechamel sauce. And my cookbook, another copy of my cookbook is right down here, so I am just following my own directions. I am kind of adjusting the recipe as I go, just reducing it because it's just us three having some mac and cheese tonight. All right, and like I mentioned, I am going to be doing Parmesan, Munster, and sharp cheddar. And that should make an amazing cheese sauce once we are there. The pumpkin cream cheese loaf is in the oven baking, so we've got everything going on right now. Onions or shallots and garlic are getting there, just a little longer. And between the pumpkin cream cheese loaf and the butter, shallots, and garlic, oh, it smells delightful. See, and not too much. All right. We want them to be nice and translucent. How is everyone doing tonight? What are you having for dinner? We are having mac and cheese, and I'm so excited. And having a little glass of wine. I hope you guys are doing good. We are working on our roux. I'm about ready to add the flour and begin making that. Let me see what my cookbook says. Add flour slowly and stir continuously until flour has a nutty smell and is not pasty in the pan. Then we will add milk and bring it to a boil, creating our bechamel sauce, which then a bechamel sauce can be created into a cheese sauce, a white sauce, whatever kind of sauce you are making. All right, I think one more little heat up on this, and then we will be good to go. I'm a horrible chopper, so it takes a little longer for this to cook down. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I am, trying to get back to normal after a couple crazy months with Cody and a hard couple weeks. So I thought, what's a better way to get in gear than come hang out with you guys and do a little cooking, get ready, and maybe more in the Thanksgiving mood. Let me know if you've already put up your Christmas decorations. I know a lot of people are like, let's skip it, put the tree up, and put the Christmas music on. I haven't gotten there yet, but I am getting into the Thanksgiving mood. even though it's going to be a little bit different this year. All right, here we go. So now that our butter, garlic, and shallots are nice and cooked, they've got a nice aroma going and are translucent, we're going to begin adding in about 3/4 of a cup, a little less, of flour slowly. We're trying to make sure that the flour has a nutty smell and is not pasty in the pan. Okay, we gotta keep it hot. So now you can see how it's becoming, slowly but surely becoming a bechamel sauce as that flour is added in. I'm gonna add a little more. So we're just gonna add that slowly, keep the heat under control. We want to be stirring this continuously and mixing well. And just keeping our noses open for that nice nutty, and you'll kind of see a color change. This is looking good, and like I said, it is all about kind of just eyeing it. I'm reducing my recipe a little because the one in my book is for a big family Thanksgiving, and so feel free to reduce that recipe and keep it moving. But it's all very easy. Even doing a roux and a bechamel, it's so easy. Easier than you think, I should say. I mean, if I can do it live, you guys can do it. Okay, that's all our flour. And it looks like a good consistency on the sauce. Yeah. All right, we're looking good. I think I might have done it. Okay. We're almost there. It's getting a little bit tan. It's got a nice nutty smell. So now I am going to do a little bit of white pepper, a little bit of salt, and we'll finish the final cook on the roux. Ooh, it smells great. Okay, so it's got a little bit of a tanner color. It's got a nice nutty smell. It smells well seasoned, which is what you want. This is the base of any good sauce. Tonight we're making a cheese sauce using cheddar, Munster, and Parmesan. I'm gonna let that cook just a little and take a little sip. How is everybody doing tonight? All right. There we go. There's the comments. Having corn dogs. Cheers. I love a corn dog. Sometimes it shows the comments and sometimes it doesn't. It's really annoying. Okay. That is our bechamel sauce. We are ready to add milk. Okay, I don't know how much that was. I'm just kind of doing it to proportions. We're going to cook some of this down and get it boiling. So now, this is the beginning of our bechamel sauce. We made that roux of the butter, fat, seasonings, and flour. And so now we are going to incorporate that into this milk and boil it, creating I need a little more milk, a bechamel sauce. And from there, I'm just going to keep adding milk until I get my right consistency and get it all mixed in. Yeah, we need way more. Ooh, it's smelling yummy. It's kind of reminding me of a restaurant in San Diego, Felipe, well, all over Felipe's, and they have the best seafood pasta in a white sauce. Oh my gosh, that's what I am smelling right now. So we are just incorporating our roux into the bechamel sauce. Into the milk to create a bechamel sauce. And it's heating up and incorporating nicely. Yeah, you could probably use some heavy whipping cream instead. It would be very rich, so I would say maybe a smaller batch, not maybe so big. All right, we need more milk. Woo! All right, we are almost there. This is time consuming, but it is so worth it. The pumpkin cream cheese loaf is baking in the oven. I prepped all of that ahead of time. And now, I probably should get this. Okay, let's work smart and not hard. Oh, but it's noisier. Let me know what you are eating and drinking tonight. What are your plans for Thanksgiving? And how are you doing? We have almost got a bechamel sauce going. I need a little bit more milk. My goal is like about a quart of milk. But I didn't want to add it all at once because then it might be too saucy. Because like I said, all of my recipes are super simple. You can adjust them according to your taste. This is too noisy. All right, I'm gonna switch now that I've got it incorporated. I'm gonna switch back to the quiet utensil. And we're just letting that boil. That looks perfect. Okay. And I'm going to turn down the heat. Because now we are going to be taking this bechamel sauce and creating a cheese sauce with it. I just want to make sure everything's nicely incorporated, and this is just a smooth, yummy bechamel. It looks great. Smells delicious. Let me see what you guys are saying. Oh, all right, Terry. Ooh, I love turkey sausage dressing. My grandmother makes the best. Okay. All right. Tiny break time before we make the cheese sauce. Woo! I'm doing it though. All right. And then I also have my oven on because we're gonna eat this right away. If you're going to store this, just freeze it, wrap it up and freeze it. If you're eating it right away, we're gonna sprinkle some cheese on top and just get everything bubbly and golden brown on the top. So now we have a beautiful bechamel sauce. It's smooth, creamy, and delicious. So now we are gonna start adding our cheeses. I have a sharp cheddar, a Munster, which is a really like melty, yummy cheese, and then Parmesan for the flavor. So let's get started. We gotta be ready to mix, so I'm gonna add it slowly. And in proportions, I want the most cheddar, the most, second most Munster, and then just a little bit of Parmesan. Save some of your cheese for the end, because we're gonna want to sprinkle the top of our dish with some extra cheese. All right, that is looking cheesy. All right, so now our bechamel sauce is turning into a cheese sauce right before our eyes. This non-stick hot plate is perfect for eggs and cheese and other things because nothing sticks at all. So just keep mixing. We're just melting that cheese in a nice low and slow fashion. We don't need to do any cooking. We just need to melt and fully incorporate the cheese into the bechamel sauce so that it is a beautiful cheese sauce. And it's getting that beautiful color. I'm going to add a little more cheddar. I did sharp cheddar, Munster, and Parmesan. Woo! Okay. That is looking amazing. I'm going to add a little bit more Munster. Oh, wow. Okay, I might have made and then a little more Parmesan. Then the rest will be for sprinkling on the top. Let me check the comment. Okay. Woo! Okay. I'm sorry, I can't always hear comments. Thank you, Terry. Thanks for watching. All right. And I didn't mention, but I do have my cooked macaroni noodles right behind me. I did a nice, just classic elbow macaroni. I am melting the cheese into the bechamel, creating a wonderful cheese sauce. And my arm is getting worn out. But we want to make sure it's perfectly incorporated and amazing, because then we are going to be adding our cooked macaroni noodles to this. I can still see some kind of streaks of cheese. I want to see just one uniform sauce. Oh, see, yeah, found some more streaks of cheese. So we just want to stir it until it's fully. Okay, let me take a sip. So now, this is the other opportunity to season. I'm just doing a little bit of white pepper. I did more in the roux because that was kind of the foundation of our seasoning, but now we're going to add some more. All right. And give it one final stir before we add our pasta. Thank you all for joining me tonight and cooking with me. I hope this helps you get in the Thanksgiving spirit. Homemade mac and cheese is such a classic staple for every holiday, really, right? All right. We have got that going. So, now we are going to, hang on. pasta is sticking together. There we go. Oh my gosh. We're just gonna add a chunk. My pasta is stuck together. It will come undone. We're just going to start incorporating those noodles. There's always something that goes wrong. Pasta casualty. Let's just let the sauce separate these. Okay, tastes yummy. Sauce is separating it perfectly. All right, more mac and cheese. Whatever, right? Just gotta get it done. So now we just want to coat all of our macaroni in a pot. Break up that macaroni. I should have tossed it before it solidified together. And I just have this pan on warm. I want to keep the temperature up and just coat all of these noodles as much and as best as I can. And then just adding more noodles as we make sure our ratios are perfect. I thought I made too much cheese sauce, but this should be just right. Woo! All on live TV. It looks fantastic. I don't know how long I have been live for, but that's about all it takes. It seems in our minds daunting to make a homemade mac and cheese, but every once in a while, for a little splurge, it's really great. Okay, we've almost got an amazing ratio. I just need a couple more. Whew. A little more noodles. Breaking it up because it's stuck together. Okay. Stirring it up. Let me know how you guys are doing tonight. What is for dinner? What are you planning for Thanksgiving? What is in your cup tonight? Okay. That is almost perfect. Woo! We did it. Now we are just ready to place it in our baking pan and just give it a nice little extra toasting of, sprinkle some cheese on top and toast it up. Ooh. All right. And if you are watching on the replay and you have some questions, leave them in the comments below. I will be answering them all. Okay. I am going to make some room. Two seconds. Woo! Okay. Our baking pan. Okay, and here's the kicker. I'm just gonna pour it in. And woo! See where we end up. So now I'm just going to place it in a pan because I am eating it right away. If I was not, I would just be covering it and freezing it until use. I'm going to add a little more. All right, and that looks so delicious. Can you see it? Woo! The color is nice. The consistency of the sauce is super smooth. The shallots and garlic have disappeared. I'm just kind of pressing it into the pan. And then I will put the rest of this in a pan for another meal. And then I'm just going to sprinkle it with some of my remaining cheddar cheese. And my remaining Munster cheese. And a nice little sprinkling of Parmesan. And then we're going to place it in our oven just to melt the cheese, get it ooey gooey and yummy, and then it will be ready for dinner. All right. And that pumpkin cream cheese loaf is looking phenomenal. I will find a vestibule for the rest of this. What is going on with you guys? Let me know how you're doing. We just created a full-blown cheese sauce, mac and cheese, woo, on Facebook Live. So thank you all for joining me. I'm going to put this in a proper pan in a minute. I just need to get this gone. Wash my hands. Clean up some of these bowls so we can have a proper ending to this beautiful video. Okay. Thank you all for joining me. We are just, the macaroni and cheese has been sprinkled with some fresh cheese. Here is the extra. It looks amazing. I'm just cleaning up a quick second. All right. Oh, I should put this in a... Let's see if we can do it. Okay. I'm going to try to... Seems good. Okay, let's see what we can do. It is a... Woo! We got it. Okay. That deserves a cheers. I did all of this on Facebook Live, so if you're thinking, I can't make mac and cheese homemade by myself, well, you can, because I just did it on live, and I know you can too. Let me know how you're doing tonight. We're just about ready. My second pan of pumpkin cream cheese loaf is in the oven, and the finished product of the mac and cheese is here in the bowl, or I am just adding a little extra layer of goodness, sprinkled some cheese. I'm going to let it get ooey and gooey in the pan. I'm going to freeze this for later use. That way my efforts here can be multiplied in a future date. We'll have amazing mac and cheese for dinner. And so this is all included in Kyle's Kitchen Cookbook. The pumpkin cream cheese loaf is a exclusive recipe, so I didn't show you exactly how to make it, but I gave enough away that you could probably figure it out. But I wanted to be fair for those who bought the book, because it is an exclusive recipe. Mac and cheese looks phenomenal. I'm going to check on it in the oven right now. But cheers to you. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving and celebrate well. And we're going to find out how this mac and cheese turned out. Oh, it just needs a couple more minutes. I spilt some pasta on the floor, had to clean that up. So let me know what's going on. Cheers, Terry. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for joining me. Let me know what you have got going on. What's in your glass? What are you having for dinner? We wrapped up this live. I have no idea how long I've been on. But it was fun. I thought doing both was going to be overwhelming. But y'all wanted it, so I gave it to you. Cheers. And I hope someone texts me at around 45 minutes when I put that loaf in, because I have no idea. Since I have no idea, I'm just going to test it by poking with the toothpick, and when it comes out clean, it's ready to go. So let's see. All right, that mac and cheese is almost ready. It looks amazing with that extra melted cheese. And I am almost ready for a refill. That was so much fun. I didn't know it was going to be that great. There we go. Let's clean up this set a little bit. Woo! Thank you so much for joining me. And then I will get ready to grab the next one. We need a hot pad. All right. We are almost ready. Oh, and you could also do like some panko breadcrumbs on top of it, and just toast those up so you have a little bit of crunch to your kind of the top of your mac and cheese. Great idea. Like I said, make it how you like it. Use the cheese you love. Just use a kind of a melty middle cheese. Parmesan I use for flavor, but it's all experimental and to your taste. So just wing it a little bit. I am just waiting for the final plate of mac and cheese to be ready. It will have melted, delicious cheese on top and ready for dinner. So tonight's dinner, mac and cheese and pumpkin cream cheese loaf. Had my cream cheese been a little more soft, I would have swirled it some more, but a chunk of cream cheese is delicious. So slice that up and enjoy. All right. And yeah, so it's just in a 350 oven, just kind of getting ooey and gooey, making sure everything is just nice and cooked through and warm. I am going to cover up. You guys are just seeing all about how my kitchen works. I'm going to be covering this one up and putting it in the freezer. I'll probably put it in a better container, but it can cool in here. And then it will go in the freezer, and that'll last for about a week, or in the freezer it'll last a lot longer. But I mean, you kind of want it fresher rather than older. So freeze that, use it for your next event or an easy dinner, and double your effort. So let me check again. All right. So now we have the final product. It has yummy melted cheese on it. If I didn't have that bread in the oven, I might do a little moment on the broiler just to get that top layer of cheese nice and golden brown. But that is homemade mac and cheese and pumpkin cream cheese loaf. Perfect for Thanksgiving, perfect for tonight's dinner. Thank you so much for joining me on Kyle's Kitchen Live. It is always a pleasure cooking with you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you are here. And I hope you have a wonderful and safe Thanksgiving with your close family and close friends. and we will see you on the next one. Bye. All right, it's dinner time.